Hello, everybody. It's the Historical Gamer once again, and today we are returning to Ultimate Admiral. Oh, not Ultimate Admiral. Wow. Ultimate General American Revolution. We started a campaign as the Americans. Currently, there is no British campaign, but there will be later. And we have surrounded Boston. We've taken Salem, we've taken Middlesbrough, Providence, and Newport from the British. So we've bottled them up in Boston, but they have 7,400 troops there. We don't have enough troops to assault that yet. We did just see the map expand, so there's a bunch of other bases that haven't fallen. Fort Stevens, Lovell, Hubbardton, Fort Rice, Saratoga, Ticonderoga, and Frederick. We have 90 days to take Ticonderoga to achieve another objective of ours. We also are supposed to take Boston. And then we want to take Fort Montgomery, too. So a bunch of new stuff to try and do. Yeah, if the enemy gets aggressive, they can certainly push out of Boston and threaten us in a number of places. But for the moment, anyway, we've got them bottled up, perhaps by their own choosing. We have unlocked a quartermaster chief and engineer chief. We are working on army innovation, 28 days away, 62 days away in quartermaster command, and 35 on skilled craftsmen. We have a pretty good amount of prestige from a number of victories and objectives achieved, 97. So we could use that. Colony management, I guess we can do some stuff here. I haven't even... what is mining exchange? Lowering mining extraction rate to reduce the extraction cost. Okay. So let's see here. I haven't even fiddled with the colony management screen yet. Massachusetts Bay, we don't have Boston, which I guess is the capital. New Hampshire, most of these guys are very loyal. Rhode Island and Connecticut in particular. What happens with the doctrine here? Construction doctrine boosts colony with faster production times. Mining doctrine boosts the number of resources we get. Okay. Provision doctrine might... More provisioning would be nice. Hartford's down south, right? Down south, relatively speaking. What's this? Manual army development? No, we're not going to do that. All right, so... I guess we'll go with construction doctrine for now. What is that? 1,200 per what? For Rhode Island, up further in the north, I think we will go with recruitment doctrine. That won't really impact recruitment all that much, though. It's all fairly cheap. New Hampshire. Probably loyalty for New Hampshire, right? They've got some red regions there. And then Massachusetts Bay. Recruiting, the Army's based in Massachusetts Bay, so probably that. Those are the only colonies I can do anything with. New York, we don't control enough of the colony to do anything with it. Meanwhile, we have expanded the maps. We do have a regiment at Falmouth. We're going to go ahead and expand that regiment. Do I have more guns? I don't. Maybe I should buy more guns, because a second battery will probably be useful in the Battle of Boston. Maybe more than that. I might need more than that. But let's go to the cannons section here. Let's buy 4 Galloper guns, 4-pound Gallopers. Cost 3,400. We'll do that. And then we will upgrade this regiment. I think we can add 2 units here. So one of them will just be regular infantry. And then one will be artillery. I need a 3-pound Galloper. I don't want to do the 3-pound Galloper. Does that have to be the base weapon? Let's go back in there. Did I click something wrong? Yeah, I did. Okay, 4-pound galloper. The 4-pound gun is definitely better. Okay, so we'll recruit there out of that Falmouth regiment. That'll get us to, what, 450 infantry? Plus 100 artillerymen, so we'll have, you know, more troops to go with. And then on the border of Albany and Saratoga, we need to start building up these troops too. It is going to drive cost, but probably going to chew through most of our available manpower too. So we might want to be a little careful with that. I suppose we can keep Bennington and Hatfield where they're at, just see what the British do. All right. Okay. 7,400 troops. Are they continuing to get more troops as they upgrade these units? Like, are we just better off attacking now? Also, we probably don't have enough recruits at Falmouth itself, but if we pull the troops up from Portsmouth, we will. So how quickly will those troops arrive? We're at 7,400. We're at 340. Hard decisions. Simon Jones is a famous robber who's established himself as unconventional robberies. He decided to join us and fight against England. Close our eyes to his past because his abilities can help us. Officers ready for duty, -10 reputation. I don't think we should attract all rabble. I got 97 reputation. What's the point if we don't use it? So I think that will allow me to raise another regiment here. Thank you for the resub, Oxlorn. Appreciate it. So right, these regiments are all at max strength. The one exception being Hunter's Boys. Now, I don't think actually Salem can hold more troops, at least not comfortably. So let's actually raise this regiment in Leicester. Simon Jones. Should we replace... Look at those skills. I wonder if we should replace one of the other... Simon Jones, 1717, so he's not better at any of that stuff. Although Bentham Fitzpatrick is better at everything of being a quartermaster than Samson Burr. And Samson Burr looks like he's got an infantry... Well, I don't know. Maybe they both do. Anyway, Fitzpatrick looks better at being a quartermaster. Samson Burr is not better than Jay Richardson. Okay, so we should keep Jay as the chief engineer. All right, did that open up more than one by making that change, by the way? Yes, so now we have Simon Jones and Samson Burr. So we can raise 2 new regiments, which will go a long way toward helping us drive on Boston. The problem is I don't think I can, I don't have the ability to build Fusilier companies, which would be really freaking nice. Like, regular infantry would be a godsend, but all I can build right now are militia companies. I'm trying to remember what I have to build in order to be able to build regular troops. I don't know. I thought it was a research item, but I haven't seen anything along those lines that would let me do that. Anyway, so Leicester, we're going to build a regiment. Militia regiment under Samson Byrne. Militia. All right, so we'll do 1 artillery piece and 3 militia companies. I'm going to need to buy more guns. So actually we should buy more. Buy more 4-pound gallopers, which I guess will be the backbone of our artillery. And then... Hartford's got a good amount of troops just sitting around. We're going to need that artillery. Alright, so we'll need to buy more guns. I don't love buying so many artillery pieces, but... there goes our money, right? Okay. It really sucks not to have the gameplay music right now, but it will give me copyright strikes if I use it because of the type of licenses they use. All right, so once these guys are all fully recruited in a couple of days, we should be in much better shape to... Why can I not use my reputation to speed the project up? Usually you can. Okay. I would like to build these regiments at Albany and these other locales up more as well, because we do want to take Ticonderoga in the amount of time that it gives us. But we will wait until... Are they fully recruited? They are. Alright, go to Leicester. Okay. All right, so the Leicester troops are taking a little longer. They don't have quite enough troops in their sort of recruitment pool, so they'll have to pull from other nearby towns to get up to speed. Same for the Falmouth garrison. But it'll take a few days for Jones's boys to get there. We'll probably be looking at a mid to late June assault on Boston, I would guess. Okay. We could also expand the garrison at Hatfield. Give us more troops there. All right, so Leicester is at about 1,000 men. Still waiting about 100 recruits. More ammunition. That's good. All right, so Leicester is now at full strength. That's 1,100 men. Providence and Middleborough both at 600, so that's 1,200. That's 2,300 men. Minutemen are less... Militia is much better from like a stand-up fight perspective. Minutemen are better at obviously sort of peppering the enemy, I guess. I would think Minutemen might be better if we had better guns, but we don't, so... Also, alright, so the enemy has 2 Dragoon companies. That's going to be a problem. I don't see us overwhelming the enemy with near even numbers, given almost all of our troops are going to be militia, but we'll see. 12, 23... 59, 65. The 500 boys at Falmouth are going to head south. Is it generating furs? Is that what the +2 is? I don't really understand what some of these little icons are that are popping up. Right, Portsmouth, is that on a direct line with... It is, with Fort Stevens. So the enemy may try and swing in behind us to take Fort Stevens behind us as we move from Portsmouth to Salem, but if they do that, I think we can always pull our main force north to retake it. Rodrigue Hortolas and Company is a corporation created by Luis de Uzaga as coordinator of interests of Spain and France in May of 1775 in order to provide arms and financial assistance to the American Revolution. Okay, so you can give us 1,000 civilian muskets, 1,000 ammo, or 36-pound guns. That is a lot of naval guns. It's tempting, but I don't have a use for it right now. But maybe we will. That certainly gives us the tools we need to build a navy, and we can always sell it for cash if we don't use them. So we'll do that. Alright, so we're at 4,700 troops at Salem. 2,300 at Leicester, Providence, and Middleborough. That gives us 7,000 troops, so we're just shy of even numbers. Alright, do we need to buy more? I don't have a ton of money to spend on all this artillery. But I do think there's value in it. Oops. Okay. We got a few more days. We'll bring these troops up from Hatfield and New Haven. They'll give us another 1,000 men, and we should be able to at least have a slight chance of outnumbering the British. Granted, their quality is way better than ours, so we'll have to figure that out. I don't know if there's a way to draw them out into a fight that favors us, maybe. I didn't have much success drawing them out when I tried to earlier. So we may just need to assault. Curious if they'll leave out Fort Montgomery to go after us. Albany's having trouble drawing recruits for that new company I brought. No, it's probably because they're in New York. I don't think New York has much support for us right now. Kind of the same true of Hatfield. Leicester has recruits. Let's just pull them out now. Let them draw it at Leicester. Okay. I guess we'll let these troops show up at Leicester, and then once they show up, we'll make our assault. The enemy's not getting any stronger at Boston at the moment. We don't want to wait for them to reinforce. $17 more provisions. That's always good. Alright. Alright, the troops have arrived at Leicester. That should give us a slight manpower advantage once these recruits are drawn out and fill out this regiment, which I think will happen on the 12th of June. Rhode Island Navy. Rhode Island General Assembly meeting at East Greenwich passed a resolution creating a navy for the colony of Rhode Island. Okay. Does that mean we have a navy now, or do we still have to research it? Oh, we can use the prestige now, or the reputation now. Okay. Well, I don't want to do that right now. All right, so These boys fully recruited pretty much. Yep. All right. So 2,200 troops plus 1,200. That's 3,400 plus. All right. So we'll have a slight manpower advantage. Oh, shit. We did draw them in. Okay, actually. Are they going to go back to Boston if I do that? Or are they going to march south on Middleborough? Because if they do that, I'll just come in the back door. Okay, so their cavalry has left. Okay. Oh, shit. Where are they all going? Okay, so these troops all... Oh, God. So these boys are going to try and attack my 1,600 troops that I was sending to join up with my boys at Salem. They've sent troops down to try and go after my troops at Providence, which they'll probably have some success. And there's 1,600... So, Cliff, you pull back, I guess. Draw these men out. I want them to be a little bit further away from Boston. Okay. All right. All right, let's get the linemen into a single brigade. Just get everybody out. All right, let's send these 4,500 men down to Boston. All right, so they're chasing 1,600 men west toward Leicester. Their cavalry looks like it's pulling back toward Boston. All right, let's fight. Let's see. Okay, so we've got a battle northwest of Boston. The enemy has 217 dragoons and 3 companies as reinforcements. That's not good. They've got 1,100, 2,100 troops here in Boston now, with about another 1,000 on the way. We have a lot more than that, 4,700 to 2,400 total. The quality is definitely on their end, although with these troops all over Kingdom Come and them trying to spread out and take all these different garrisons, it may give us a chance to defeat them in detail. We shall see. Yep, twice in one day ready to go. Let's see about the Battle of Boston. We've lured them out. Although, cleaning it up is going to be a mess. Even if we win this battle, cleaning it up is going to be a real fucking mess. All right, they're in two groups here. Alright, first things first. Are these regulars? Where are the regulars? Not them. It doesn't... I guess it doesn't matter that much. Let's just merge all these guys into divisions. More muskets and single units firing at single targets is good. I don't know if it's necessarily efficient, but I am a big fan of it. Maybe we'll get to use our riflemen to some effect in this fight. What is going on here? There we go. Also, when you've got huge battles like this, it's just easier to consolidate units, I think. Aside from the fact that it's more efficient that way. Or maybe not strictly speaking efficient, but it pleases me. How should I say it that way? Alright, here's the riflemen. So the enemy is up here. They're going to be coming toward us. Oh, we can even see them. Here they are. The Patriot vibes intensify. Alright, so they're going to come that way. Okay, let's try and get our boys in a wood line. I'm guessing the enemy's going to come for us, so we should be able to do that. I don't... Alright, so let's actually do this. Let's shift these troops over left a little bit. Give our artillery some room to work. Do we just have the 2 batteries? Looks like it. Put a second line of troops back this way. I always prefer letting the British come to me. Especially if they've got dragoons. Maybe my snipers can do something about those dragoons. I don't know. Don't like having these troops out in the open. I'll try and race these boys forward into that tree line. See what they can do. I don't know if the British have much artillery. I didn't see it. Okay. Actually, being in the open is a bad idea. We'll probably want to pull these guys back to the wood line. I'm guessing being in woods is vastly superior when you're fighting enemy cavalry. I also need to think about that with regards to the sharpshooters. It's kind of like this little wood in the center is the best place to just hide. Sort of grouping my troops up. I don't see the dragoons. Maybe they're back here. Oh, that's artillery. Alright. It is raining. I don't know if that'll matter for anything. Alright, maybe our riflemen will do well against the enemy green jackets. Artillery's opening up. I don't want you guys in a stand-up fight. Alright, pull back there. I don't want you exchanging volleys with the enemy. These guys are in a tree line at least. They've got pretty good cover. That's a little bit less bad, but these guys are going to get over to cover the flank. These are like one-of-a-kind rifles who I really can't afford to just throw away. Alright, they'll pull back. They're getting shot at. Rear flanked. Ugh, getting hurt pretty bad. Alright, you get out of there too. Alright, so we did some damage to the enemy as they tried to advance on us. I don't know if they're going to try and go around our flank. It sure looks like they're swinging wide. Skirmishers get over on the right. I doubt the enemy comes right at me. They usually don't. Actually, this unit, I don't know if they can fire from behind. Ah. But these guys are kind of in the open. What are they shooting? These guys are civilian musket boys. Alright, our artillery's firing here. They're taking some casualties. Ooh, they're firing grape or canister. I switched them over to hold. They're in good cover, but they're still taking casualties. This lead regiment is getting pushed back a bit. Yep, they got driven back. That's okay, though. They were just sort of the breakwater, if you will. Brown Best boys are behind him. That battery's gonna get shredded. Alright, boys, get a little bit of cover, take a knee in the front, just volley fire. The enemy is coming up. A couple of their regiments have been pushed back, or at least not regiments, but companies. They are trying to flank over here, so don't... I've still got my skirmishers on the flank. That's actually a good position for Morgan's riflemen to be. This duel over here on this flank is probably better suited to us. So we're also going up against enemy green jackets, or not like, I don't think they're green jackets in the Napoleonic sense, but riflemen, if you will. Here's the enemy dragoons, at least one of the companies, two of them, both up on these hills, both with gauge themselves, all three of them actually. Alright, you pull back into this wood line, maybe that'll give you some cover versus the enemy cavalry. Alright, I want you guys to go and try and sweep these guys out of this wood line. So the enemy frontal attack at least was beaten back, sort of, a little bit. Using the artillery to anchor our center, I think, was probably effective. Meanwhile, Morgan's riflemen on the flank are doing their work. Enemy cavalry did come forward a little bit there in the center. I don't know if the artillery drove them off or what, but we've also got enemy cavalry threatening our flank. It seems like they're probing around for our flank. Okay. So the cover icon, the cover you look for is down here where it says cover. When it comes to what gives you cover, just, I guess, think what would traditionally give you cover, right? Trees or things like that. They shouldn't be blocked from shooting at these guys. Okay. Alright, this enemy dragoon section here in the center, my artillery's taking a beating. This one battery's almost destroyed, but at the very least we're doing damage to this enemy dragoon section in the center. They are not wiping me out quite yet, like they usually do. Enemy artillery's firing against these 200 troops that are in the open. Go ahead and see if I can get my own boys to fire a volley at it. Actually fire at the cavalry here. Halt, hold. There you go. Fire a volley at them. Probably should wheel. Oh, you're in grape shot range. You'll break pretty quick. Infantry does not hold long against cavalry volleys. Or not cavalry, artillery volleys. Who was shattered? Alright, so it looks like we shattered one of the enemy units. I'm not sure which one. These Morgan's riflemen here, they're holding the flank very well against enemy troops that are usually a pain for us. They're taking heavy casualties doing so. But they are doing their job. Alright, I probably need to get... Alright, that artillery section got beat up. Let's send some reserves in. Morgan's boys can do it? I don't know if that's an effective use of them. Putting Morgan's boys on guns is probably not an effective use, but... they're the only ones who can man the guns. I guess the artillery section's too small for a 150-man company. Right flank's hanging in there. The enemy has abandoned their guns. This battery's abandoned its guns. Who are they blocked by? I'm trying to hold back, trying to avoid being overly aggressive. That has gotten me... being too aggressive and charging forward has gotten me punished on many occasions in this game in the past. So I am being deliberate. My character is... his traits are all favoring melee... or not melee, ranged attack. And so I am not... over pursuing, if you will. Oh crap. The enemy came in behind me. Fortunately, I had sort of reserves ready already, refusing that flank. You can see about 150 troops in a division, so there's 2 companies here. Came up behind us almost. Fortunately, we had 300 men waiting there, another 300 men, so like 600 men waiting there. It didn't... they flanked us well. It didn't matter. Why are these the only men who can man those guns? I don't understand that. Okay. Alright, things are going our way for sure. But again, they can change. The other problem is, where are these enemy troops going to retreat? So we've got these different garrisons west and south of Boston, where they have other units that have not been destroyed or defeated yet. So they're going to retreat to them and join up with them. So it's very important that we maintain a force in being, because while this could be a victory, it won't be an annihilation battle, and the result could very much be an enemy strengthened by reinforcements, and then us sort of trying to whack-a-mole them around central Mass, hopefully before our garrisons get overrun. I'm going to advance some of these troops. Alright, these boys just... I don't want you to get shredded by artillery fire for no reason, so... Okay... We lost some second lieutenant somewhere. We shattered another enemy company. Every company we can shatter is big, because those are companies that will not draw reinforcements because they'll be destroyed. Don't love attacking enemy artillery, but ouchie. Well, they fired, but they didn't actually kill it. Oh, that one killed us. Those are a 2-star unit, too. Enemy army flees from the battlefield. Alright, so they are retreating. Hopefully we destroy this company. Okay, so Morgan's boys got pretty thoroughly trounced, pretty thoroughly shredded. They were very instrumental, even though maybe it wasn't as apparent in our holding together. But slow and steady wins the race, as they say. We did lose one of our artillery batteries, I think. Well, maybe not. The troops are still alive. I don't see any guns for us to man, though. Pretty sure the game's artillery's glitched and retreating, but I will gladly take advantage of that. They seem to just stay there. You think? Are they dead? What's going on here? Did they rout? I don't think the infantry just stays there. Oh, they surrendered. I will take that. Prisoners are always good. They man your factories and give you extra labor. They basically become forced labor. Alright, captured them. Routed them. See if we can capture this other battery. POWs are good. We need a great northern push toward Montreal. In time, in time. We do have an objective to take Ticonderoga, so... Well, they still shot back. Interesting. Get those POWs out of there. So that gun battery is still fighting, I guess? Because I just saw him fire a salvo, if you will. Alright, that other battery surrendered. This is weird, because artillery wasn't glitched like this last time I played, which was a far less complete version. How feature complete is the game? The campaign is playable. I'm playing it. I believe it goes end to end for the war for the American campaign right now. It definitely still has some bugs. I believe they're still working on some features as far as when European armies fight each other. The British campaign is not in the game yet. It will be. But it hasn't been released yet. So, whatever that equals out to. Ow! I thought you guys were done shooting at me. I want to wipe out this enemy artillery battery before the battle ends. It got released in a bad week, same as Field of Glory Kingdom. Yeah, how is Field of Glory Kingdom selling? I had issues with their UI. The menu screen's art is so pretty that it makes the borders of a lot of the buttons kind of not clear. I need to give that game a look, though. I've had it for a while, I just haven't played it. It's an age-odd product, there's always UI issues. Fair. Alright, rifleman. Do your thing. Finish that battery off. Why do they keep moving forward and then back? Alright, we shattered them. Okay. So, 4,700 American troops were deployed. We lost about a little bit more than a fifth of our force, 2 of our 8 guns. So, a quarter of our guns, a fifth of our infantry. The enemy lost 120 of their 219 cavalry, so actually a very good result there. They lost 1,900 infantry, 100 captured, 14 of their 16 guns. So this army was not technically destroyed, but very near to it. So 3,000 men. They lost over 2,100, so over 2/3 of their force and almost all of their artillery. That is a very good result for us. Especially when we talked about our concerns of the enemy withdrawing back to friendly armies, which are chasing our troops around. So we just routed the troops near Boston. They've got all of these other troops, about 3,000 more, out this way. Most of them, I think, are chasing our troops near Leicester. I think the men that were moving toward Providence pulled back toward Boston for this fight. Get into the garrison at Leicester. Let's see what the enemy does. If the enemy tries to assault Leicester's garrison or not. Or if they try and pull back to do what? Some of them are attacking the Leicester garrison. Alright, we're trying to capture all the dropped enemy equipment. Rise of privateer captains. +9 rum. Okay, thanks, boys. Alright, so they're pulling back toward Boston by the look of it. Got another fight to fight here, maybe? Or do I want to just let them move in toward Boston, and then when more of their troops show up, we can fight them again? Alright, I guess we gotta fight them now. So they've got another 600 troops here, plus another 2,000 that are going to be arriving. So this is actually going to be a fairly close fight when their reinforcements show up. So we'll have to fight this thing. This is going to be a very bloody campaign in the end. But hopefully we can hold out against these enemies. Or maybe their reinforcements won't show up. I think that's always a possibility. Wow, we've got troops in behind them too to start. I don't know where their reinforcements are going to show up, but the initial fight, they'll be heavily outnumbered. They may just choose to retreat. These are the regulars, right? Yeah. It's a daytime fight. All right. Come on, boys. Why are they not? Strange. Morgan's snipers still here. I don't really know where to expect the enemy reinforcements to come, so that kind of makes this challenging. Why are they like joining and then unjoining sometimes? It's got to be like a zone of control thing. All right, we got him caught, sort of. Where is my commander? Oh, I'm back here with more troops. Man, this is cool that we have them surrounded. It's less cool that we are so spread out. All right, so these troops are kind of isolated and engaged in a maybe less than favorable setup. I guess we just try and move these boys toward the enemy to engage them before they overrun these 400 troops we have out in front. All right, so the good thing is these troops are at least in a tree line that will help protect them. Oh god. Ow, just shoot. All right, there you go. One more volley and that enemy artillery might be done. Except that you're retreating. Is meleeing any better now? Hey, they're routing. Don't run away. Yeah, you're gonna retreat now, aren't you? Hey, they're retreating. Hell yeah, brothers. Alright, are the reinforcements not gonna show up now, maybe? Because if we're just gonna punch up a regiment, I might not have time to finish them off. Will they retreat in the other direction when I shoot at them here? No. Think maybe these guys would surrender? Oh, they're just going to run past me. I got it. All right. I guess because they retreated before anything really happened, they're not going to actually... Their reinforcements aren't going to show up. This is why you need cavalry. Yeah, well, at least shatter the one enemy company. Not directly. All right, they surrendered. You do kind of get their cannon, sort of, maybe, if you take the spoils off the battlefield, but it's not really... That's my biggest complaint. Maybe that's a silly complaint, but I think my biggest complaint in this game is how it treats battlefield loot. I think they did a much better job in the Ultimate General Civil War game than they do in this. Nice. They got the flag bearer. All right. So we got 40 prisoners. We broke an enemy battery. I didn't really see enough to see how the casualties broke out. 150 to 300. Okay, 2-1. That works. So we'll have another fight right away, probably, against the reinforcing troops as they come up. We're going to burn through all of our ready ammo, though. That may start to become a problem. Like a lot of these guys, their ammunition... some of these regiments... These guys, the regulars' ammo is not in good shape. But the militiamen mostly are in tolerably good shape ammo-wise. Let's send this regiment back to Portsmouth. Or maybe we just raise a new regiment in Portsmouth real quick. I don't actually have the officers to do it, though. Because we did leave Falmouth and Portsmouth both unoccupied. And Salem. The enemy may move small garrisons in there to take those towns. They could also... Looks like some of these guys are retreating toward Hartford. Would kind of suck to lose a capital. This is the problem with the whack-a-mole nature of some of these types of games. Alright. Well, we got another big fight brewing near Boston. This one less clearly in our favor. We do outnumber the enemy, but these other regiments are coming up. That being said, we've been going for almost an hour now, so I'm not going to have time to fight another battle in today's video. We will wrap things up here and pick things up next time. Until next time, this is the Historical Gamer, as always, saying thank you very much for watching, and until next time, I'm out. Bye-bye.